Good morning, guys. What is up? This is Eric, and welcome to this new episode of ENN10. I know Americans are watching this, so a bottle of water. Are you happy now? Alright, today is March 3rd, and to start off, let's start with some news about our country. Recently, results from a new pilot program at thousands of employers in the United Kingdom showed significant benefits to workers' health and productivity when their hours were reduced. Companies now believe that it is totally possible to reduce the hours of work time while still maintaining the same amount of output. We feel really encouraged by the results, which shows the many ways companies were turning the 4-day week from a dream into a realistic policy with multiple benefits. David Fring, a research associate at the University of Cambridge, said in a statement. So, let me know, do you support the 4-day workweek policy? It is also revealed recently that large amounts of pollutants known as forever chemicals have been found at high levels at thousands of sites across UK and Europe. Those chemicals don't break down. They build up in the body and may be toxic. This map shows that PFAS, a family of about 10,000 chemicals, has entered water, soil, and sediments. Among the 17,000 sites where these substances have been found across the UK and Europe, PFAS have been detected at high concentrations of more than 1,000 nanograms a liter of water at about 640 sites and above 10,000 nanograms a liter at 300 locations. Another controversial event happened this week. A British woman who joined ISIS as a teen has lost her last legal attempt to regain citizenship. ISIS stands for Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, and according to London CNN, Shamna Begum left the United Kingdom to join ISIS at the age of 15 and has lost her appeal against the decision made on 2019 to revoke her British citizenship. In 2019, she was spotted by American media in the Syrian refugee camp, where she expressed her hope of going back to UK to raise her children, 2 of whom have died in the refugee camp, and the other one has died a few months after. During a 5-day hearing, Ms. Begum's lawyer had been arguing that the UK Home Office has a duty of investigating whether she is a victim of trafficking before removing her citizenship, which she claims she is. Our citizens have expressed their disappointment on our government's newest decision. The power to banish a citizen like this simply shouldn't exist in modern world, not least when we are talking about a person who was seriously exploited as a kid. Together with thousands of others, this young British woman is now trapped in a dangerous refugee camp in a war-torn country and left largely at the mercy of gangs and armed groups. With that all being said, let's now hand the mic to our business news reporter, Natalie.
Hello, I'm your guys' business news reporter Natalie, and let's dig into some business event going around lately. Did you know that UK is running into an extreme fresh produce shortage due to the high energy prices? In the UK's largest supermarket, Tesco and discounter Aldi have already set purchase limits towards sales of tomato, peppers, and cucumbers. Other supermarkets are also hit by the food shortages, but have not yet introduced purchase limits. According to the industry organization, the British Retail Consortium, the UK imports 95% of its tomato during the winter and 90% of the lettuce, with the number increasing from Spain and North America. Nonetheless, southern Spain is suffering from extreme weather, and in Morocco crops field have not been affected by, while the storm result in forests decaying or being cancelled. The UK Environmental Secretary Therese Coffey said in a speech
but it's important to make sure that we cherish the specialisms that we have in this country. A lot of people would be eating turnips right now rather than thinking necessarily about aspects of lettuce and tomatoes and similar.
On the other hand, the GDP in the UK have some flow and is actually in a lot better shape than what the bleak
sort of
figures
say, well,
suggest.
things are a bit tough. Should we just sort of provide something? And that used to work quite well until it didn't work. And then the accounting company standards came along and said, right, we're bringing in IFRS 9.
British banks mostly increase their loss provisions. Money set aside to ensure against customers defaulting on their debits. Also, advised the market against reading the sign that tightening up the financial condition to the UK customers, and companions that said that they're actually doing okay. 10-second trivia. What city was the Titanic built? A. Southampton, B. Belfast, C. Liverpool, or D. Plymouth? Titanic was built in Belfast. That's the place where this legendary ship originated from. And now, let's turn our attention to our EU news correspondent, Alex.
Hello folks, I'm your EU news correspondent, Alex Sheehan, and let's get right into it. Although the UK left the EU multiple years ago, drama about the so-called Brexit continues to linger. The UK Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, has hinted at a deal that may occur regarding Northern Ireland. The terms that were arranged post-Brexit are, quote, unacceptable, Democratic Unionist Party leader Geoffrey Donaldson complains. The current UK-EU agreement is viewed unfavorably by the DUP, and the Prime Minister is working to resolve this problem. The conditions for trade post-Brexit are extremely important, as the countries will continue to depend upon each other as economic allies. Key issues that Northern Ireland is upset with include the current state aid policy and VAT sales tax rates. In other Brexit news, European Parliament member Guy Verhofstadt has made the claim that Russia may never have invaded Ukraine had the UK not left the EU. He believes that a more unified, strong front against Russia would have been a deterrent against invasion. He has since doubled down on the take, stating that not only did it make Europe weaker, but it also weakened the UK. Although our country has left the EU, we are still an influential member of the international organization, NATO. Let's have it back to Eric, bringing us with some news about NATO.
On the 25th of February 2023, NATO's Allied Rapid Reaction Corps, the ARRC, hosted a NATO medical table meeting, bringing together
Eric, you messed up.
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 On the 25th of February 2023, NATO's Allied Rapid Reaction Corps, the ARRC, hosted a NATO medical table meeting, bringing together representatives from the defense medical services of 10 nations and the UK. The meeting discussed some of the key issues commonly faced in the delivery of medical support. The discussion also focused on a clearer understanding of military and civilian medical capacities and potential mutual support. Our country's National Defense Department are also actively providing contribution toward NATO support on Turkey. Our Royal Air Force have sent aircrafts to deliver NATO's emergency packets to Turkey's earthquake region, and if they need, more UK flights are on standby. Recently, Ukraine has suggested our country to double up our effort on backing Kyiv's joining of NATO. They said that because of our exit of the EU, we can focus our energy on one membership bid. Comment down below to let us know what you guys think of this suggestion. Alright guys, we have talked about some pretty heavy topics, so why not have some fun now? Let's have Alex bring us some exclusive sports updates.
What's up, everyone? I'm your sports broadcaster, Alex Sheehan, and let's dive right into the sporting news. The Champions League football tournament round of 16 has recently kicked off, and this should be an exciting event. The Champions League this year is the 68th season of the tournament that is put together by UEFA. This tournament spans the entirety of the football season as the best teams from across Europe come together to compete in a round-robin style tournament. The tournament consists of many rounds, culminating in the final, which is one of the most viewed sporting events in history, drawing nearly 700 million viewers. This year's final is being played in Istanbul, Turkey. Multiple teams from across the UK will strive to win. Teams from England include Liverpool, Tottenham, Manchester City, and Chelsea, who are still alive in the round of 16. The betting favorite for the tournament is Man City, with Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and Napoli trailing behind. The first of the two legs occurred in the weeks prior, with next week bringing the second leg of the round of 16. In other sporting news, famed boxer Anthony Joshua is scheduled to fight Jermaine Franklin in a boxing fight April 1st in London. This April Fool's Day will bring more than just playful jokes for the two heavyweights, as this fight is highly anticipated. Joshua is coming into the fight as the favorite, and it's quoted as saying, "Mentally and physically, I feel ready. I want to put on a show and impress my coach." His opponent, Jermaine Franklin, is 21-1 in his career, but critics argue that he has only fought low-profile fighters. Many view this fight as a sort of rebound for Anthony Joshua as he looks to contend for his third heavyweight world championship. That's all the sports news I have for you guys. Have a good rest of your day.
How's it going, everyone? I'm your guys' weather reporter, Natalie. So let's have a look at this week's forecast weather. Today we'll have cloudy weather of high of 7 Celsius and low of 3. Tomorrow with similar weather, a high of 7 and low of 2. Sunday gets a little colder with high of 6 and low of 0. Monday with scattered clouds of high of 8 and low of 1. Tuesday we get some rain and snow with high of 5 and low of -3. Wednesday scattered clouds of high of 6 and low of 0. And Thursday we get some more rain and snow with the similar weather as high of 6 and low of 0. This is all for today. Wear more and stay warm, everyone.
Alright guys, for today's 10 out of 10, look at this cute little owl. This barrel owl crashed its way in through a window of a house in Northampton, Massachusetts, and miraculously managed to avoid serious injury. The animal control officers have confirmed that the owl is now completely safe and is re-released to the wild. And now that is all we have for today. Huge shout out to Santa Margarita Catholic High School in Rancho Santa Margarita, California. Let's go Eagles. This is EN10, I'm Eric. See you all next time.